This is Christine Thompson with Baird and Warner. Thank you for joining me. I got another weekly show coming up right now, and hopefully I won't have any technical problems like I did last time. So I'm going to get started here. I'm going to screen share. So let me get that up and rolling for you. And let me make sure I got everything all set up for you just right. Okay. All right, so let's screen share that puppy. So, all right, here we go. So you got my information right here on the screen. Feel free to capture that if you want. I'll have it at the end again, but I'm gonna just jump right into this and get hopping here. So I'm always gonna be showing what happened last week. This is good, especially because some of it might've gotten cut off so you can see it again. And then I'm gonna show what happened in just the last week. So previous week, this last week, let's compare them. If you ever have any questions about a different market, you would like similar information, you know, the same kind of graphs and all that, just to understand your market better, please don't hesitate to call me, text me, DM me on social media, whichever way is most convenient to you. I'm happy to answer. And while you're watching this live, if you could share this and like this so other people can become aware of it, because I do try to provide useful information. I put a little time into this, so I do appreciate that people can become aware of it and find, you know, get some use out of it, right? Okay, so last week I reported these numbers. Now, I believe last week I may have included attached homes as well as detached, but I always say up here, detached. So just want to let you know it's what I got going on here. So I don't have a way of checking back to see if this was included detached, but it might. But anyways, the bigger picture story is how many new and under contract or new and private are there. And I always like to say it's probably a little bit less than the actual number for new, because some agents will cancel it and then they will re-up it again just to give it some fresh life. So it looks like it's new. So maybe around 100 are literally new. And private listings, there's 48 there. How many dribbled in? I'm not sure. So let's say, and how many are allowing showings? So maybe about 30 are allowing showings, 35. So if there's 100 new, maybe 35 that people can get into that are new privates that came on. I would say it's probably about 135. And then we saw 124 go under contract. So there's more going on as far as what's in the market than what's going under contract. Now this week is, we see 64 new. This is why I'm saying this is probably just the detached homes, 64 new. And we have 34 private. So we're hovering around 100, maybe 90. Maybe a little less because not all privates are allowing people in there. And then we saw under contract 58. So we're definitely seeing a change there. You know, there's more available than what buyers are doing out there. Now, remember this last week, it was July 4th holiday. So these numbers are going to be kind of slow on activity. Last week, the average list price was $664. Average list price for homes that were going under contract was $530. So a good 130K difference. So it looks like the more affordable homes are more appealing to the buyers. And maybe that's the price range that the majority of buyers out there were shopping. This week, 677 and 608 is the under contract. So last week, the 664 was the average list price. Now it's 677. And maybe they're sitting on the market. Okay, maybe sellers are thinking, well, it's a fantastic market and I want that high price, and that's why I want to list it, because I don't want to risk listing it too low and maybe I can't get that high price that I should be getting in this market, and then they end up sitting on the market. And then under contract, we're around 608. Average days on the market a week ago was 29, and then homes under contract was 20. Now it's 43 days active on the market. Do you see what's happening here? When the sellers are getting a little bit zealous and thinking, wow, I know it's a seller's market, so just put it at the high list price. Buyers are saying, I don't know, getting a little fed up with the market, and you're getting pretty greedy here, Mr. Seller. So, I'm gonna wait, or your house isn't offering what I want for what you're asking for. Kind of down with that mentality of the market, and so sellers are sitting. And under contract, 34 days. These are probably the sellers that are pricing better. We saw 608, okay, 608, that's lower than the 677 average price. So there we go. All right, 34 days this week is for that lower list price, 43 days. So, okay, all right. Hope you guys are listening. Last week, the average list price for sold homes was 672. The average sale price for sold homes was 669. Not at list price or over. Okay, let's see this week. Average list price for sold, 609. Average sale price, 610. Ooh, right there, right on the mark there. And we had less buyers out. Not bad. I like that. Average showings, we can see in July really dipped down. I just like to point out from beginning of June to beginning of July, we got a month spread here. You know, earlier in the year, we were saying we were at 5 and over 5 regularly. And now we're seeing this, okay, summertime. As I was predicting, you people that I had conversations with, I was predicting end of June, getting into July, might kind of start seeing signs of it steadying off. And this is definitely less activity on average per home over the weekend for buyers getting out there. Now, I will say this, there's still good numbers, okay? 3 in the 3 zone, I didn't see that last year. These numbers are still strong because when things started picking up, we were hovering around 2. So these, relatively speaking, year over year, this is still good numbers, just not like the crazy over 5 per listing. A week ago, I reported 51 for the action index needle. You know, is it a buyer market, seller market? Where are we leaning? And it was at 51 the week prior. I don't have it to show, but the week prior was 51 also. So it was pretty flat line there, but 51, never saw that last year. And this week, 52, which I find interesting because it was July 4th weekend. And, you know, the showings really dropped down. And we saw the number of contracts per what's out there was down. So I'm not sure how this is happening. It might be because, if I'm thinking out loud, maybe because the list price to sale price ratio was better this last week than the prior week. So that might have ticked the needle up just a little bit, because that's an advantage to the sellers too. Average interest rates, always got to pay attention to that in relationship to the market activity and prices and inventory and all that, because this does reflect, or this does drive the buyers in their activity. So last week, the fixed FHA with APR was 3.3, and the FHA 30-year was 3.78. Let's see how it is this week, this last week. FHA is down and conventional is down. So rates are higher than they were, you know, 6 months ago, but they're still hovering close to just a little over 3% for both of these. Well, FHA 3.5. Not under 2% or under 3% anymore, you guys. So it has creeped up, and industry experts are suggesting or feeling that it's going to be up higher again a year from now. Now, homes across the country are still selling fast. So in today's, I'll say in today's whirlwind real estate market, houses are still selling really astonishingly fast, C to C. I know that there are some other markets out there, Florida, California, Arizona, Texas, Nashville. These areas are really hopping. They're doing really well. I was just talking to a friend that lives in Nashville. He said at least 40% year over year. It's amazing. So this is what's happening. 4 years ago, 39 days on the market. 2 years ago, 24. Now the average is 17. And remember, that's always for the outliers out there too. 17 is really fast, really fast. That is clearly a seller's market. And then this is just showing the average days across the map here about how state by state are performing. Interestingly enough, Alaska is the slowest, 31 to 45. Hawaii has picked up because I've watched this map before. Hawaii was really slow before, so they've definitely picked up. And I'm going to guess that's probably because flights are opening up, travel is opening up, people are more open to going there now. So people are now starting to think again, like, hey, should I get an investment home there? Should we get a second home there? So that's why Hawaii's picked up. And you could see pretty much the whole country is in 15 to 30 days average on the market. Let's see, Nebraska here, amazing that they are only up to 15 days tops, as well as Vermont. So those two countries, those two states, they're outperforming all the rest of us. They're putting us to shame. So anyways, thank you for joining me. I'm going to leave this screen here for a moment so you can capture my name again, Christine Thompson. I'm with Baird & Warner right here in Naperville. And you can call or text me at this number right here. You can call or text. That's my personal number you can dial. You can go to my personal email, send me that, or go to my website. You can reach me through my website, and through my website, you can find my social media pages as well. So everyone, I want to say thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate you watching my show. I've been doing this for probably a year and a half now. I'm really proud to say that. And it's interesting, always just posting all this information. So it's all saved in YouTube. So it's probably interesting. You could probably go a year back and see what I was posting a year ago to compare year over year if you wanted to. Okay, it's all out there, all available for you guys to see. And I'm glad that I'm able to do this. I feel blessed to be working in this business, to have clients that are supporting me. And I look forward to all the clients I'll be able to service in the future and who you can send to me. Thank you so much. And you guys all have a great day. And I hope you all had a great July 4th holiday. Take care.